Davis Heating and Air Conditioning.
I guess it's somewhat ironic that we're being sponsored by Davis Heating and Air Conditioning.
Yes. It'd be nice if we had some.
Lets you check and adjust your home's temperature.
I think I might ought to do the show naked. I better get you ratings on social media.
To get some innovation into your home, contact Davis Heating and Air Conditioning today at 540-483-5605.
Welcome to the MidWeek Sports Report.
Hey, what happened the other year? You didn't. Somebody's.
I know. I mean, we're
What happened?
it's false advertising,
Oh,
isn't it?
well, I guess so. Carlton's in spirit over here, and then Kevin's over here, and Ronnie's
Who knows
out
where?
there somewhere.
I'm your reluctant host today, Stephen Marsh,
from the Franklin News Post.
from the Franklin News Post.
That's right.
You know, there's a reason why I'm in print journalism,
Oh, well, that was the reason why I'm on the other side. Over here.
but I'm going to try to do this today like I did in college on a wing and a prayer.
Okay,
But
okay.
I was able to get through Lynchburg in 4 years, so
Oh, okay. Well,
you know, winging it must have worked then.
it's an accomplishment in and of itself.
Yes.
So we got some sports going on. As a matter of fact, according to the paper, I read in 56 and a half minutes should be the tip-off or the somewhere around there for
Yes,
the game
sir.
tonight.
6 o'clock. Franklin County's boys basketball team will attempt to make the Class 6 state tournament for the second straight year with a victory,
Okay. So they got
and for the fifth time in program history.
Wow. Okay. So that looks good. What's the team? Who's the team they're playing? And how good are
They're playing Thomas Dale out
Okay.
of the Central District in
they?
Richmond,
Okay.
and their current record is 7-15, if I'm not mistaken. But they have won 4 of their last 5. If
Okay,
my research is, if I'm correct on my research.
And they beat who to get into
They
tonight's
beat,
game?
and that is, I'm sorry, they have won. Yeah, I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3.
So
They won 3 of their last 4.
3 of the last 4. Okay.
3 of their last 4.
good.
Franklin County's won 3 of their last 4 too. I
Okay.
believe.
So 2 good teams, evenly matched, or what?
Well, I mean, their records are obviously quite on the opposite spectrum.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
What the Eagles have? What 16 wins?
yes,
What-
they matched their win total from a
Okay,
year ago,
okay.
and this is Franklin County beat Thomas Dale last year about this time in the South Region Conference 3 championship game
okay,
here.
Okay.
It was 81-66.
Hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, there is no one coming here for Thomas Dale tonight that competed in that ball game.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think.
So, kind of having. So it
if
might
I
not
can,
be
if I
anything
can,
similar.
if I remember reading back to what I
Mhm.
wrote last year, try to compare it against the roster I have.
Okay.
So you know, I might be wrong on that one, ladies and gentlemen, but
It'd be nice if I get someone to call us in. I mean, we're going to be broadcasting the Hokies tonight
yeah.
against Clemson at 6:30. But it'd be nice if someone would call in and tell us, hey, they win and they lose. I'd like to, kind of, if I can just squeeze that in there during a little break.
Well, if I get a phone number, I might.
Yeah.
Do you take texts or?
Yeah, I can on my phone.
Okay.
Not on that
Yeah.
phone, but yeah. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, if you could
Okay, well,
squeeze it in.
However you'd like to do it.
Okay. I think it's important,
Yeah, I
like
think
these,
so, too.
these
I
two
mean-
games are here.
Yes, and then there is a potential chance that
They could go on.
like I said, they will advance to the. If they win tonight, they'll be guaranteed at least
Somewhere.
two more games.
Somewhere, someplace. Depending on the higher ranked team.
Correct,
It'll be up
and
there.
there is a chance. I mean, if the number 1 seed were to lose its semifinal tonight,
okay,
and Franklin
okay.
County were to win, they would be here again for the regional title game on Friday night.
Okay. But that's probably not likely.
I don't
Could
know. I
happen.
mean,
Could
like I
happen.
said, I think Franklin County has got the best record out of the 8 teams that are in
Okay.
this region.
They were only seeded number what? 2?
But they were seeded number 2 because it's a real
How does that happen?
it's a convoluted kind of point system they're on.
Okay.
And see, Franklin County being out here in the middle of nowhere, it being the largest school west of Richmond.
Right.
They're out here kind of like a sore thumb.
Okay.
while all these the Richmond area schools can play each other, and they play 5 and 6A schools, and they can earn more points even if they lose ball games, as opposed to
who's Franklin County going to play? I mean,
Franklin County can play 4As, mostly 3As.
Yeah, they're not going to.
There's no 6A. Well, they did play one 6A, but they had to go to Richmond to do it this year.
Yeah, that's a little far.
They were fortunate enough to play 2 5A ball clubs. Well, 3 5A ball clubs in Halifax County, William Fleming and Patrick Henry, and fortunately for them, they won. They were 6-1 in those games.
Really?
I think. Let's see. They split with Fleming. They beat PH twice, and they beat Halifax 3 times. Now, one of those wins over Halifax was in the Piedmont District Tournament, so they got no points for that.
Oh, I don't like the way that works out. It doesn't seem fair.
They wouldn't have got.
Just because you have more people doesn't mean you have,
Well, it's kind of hard.
I guess what else can they decide?
The Virginia High School League would really like to see the school here split into 2 high schools.
Right.
Now, granted, if I were running the VHSL, I would too, because that's going to be more money in their coffers.
Right. They're not thinking about that probably right now. Well, maybe if the county gets a little bit bigger.
Well, you just never know. I mean,
there could be a split down the middle.
Well, yeah, but it seems like if they really wanted to do it, it may only be a Band-Aid solution, but you could always convert your middle school to a second high school, have both your high schools in Rocky Mountain, and maybe build a new middle school somewhere.
Yeah, it seems like it's all concentrated.
Because that way you already have your facilities taken care of.
Close enough to get it to go. What other facilities at the middle school like anyway?
Well, they're pretty good. They were obviously better than the middle school that I went to.
Okay.
But I mean, you have a
decent locker rooms, decent gym sizes.
Yeah, the gym sizes are okay, but they're not comparable to Central.
Right.
I mean, Sam Hawkins.
Okay.
The main facility at the middle school is obviously WW Field, where they play baseball, and the softball complex is very nice.
Right. Okay.
So you would be taking care of 2 varsity sports out there, and it's conceivable that they could play varsity lacrosse and varsity soccer out there.
Okay.
But it would be somewhat hard to play any of your winter sports there. Unless you could, I guess if you needed to, you could do wrestling there. But
okay. Could use one more indoor facility, perhaps.
Probably.
Okay. But.
And you don't have to worry about swimming, because you do swimming at the YMCA.
Right. They have a regulation pool, so that's good. I guess it's good enough for now.
Yeah.
So the girls didn't do as well, though.
The girls saw their season end.
Lost by 12 points or something?
I think they lost 46-34, but they finished 9-15. Of course, they wound up. They started the year out 0-6, so they were 9-9.
Right.
They were 9-9 in their last 18 ball
right.
games.
Not too bad.
So they were right at the 500 level, and Coach Wright was depending on He ran a lot of freshmen out there this year, freshmen and sophomores. He did have the one senior who unfortunately got hurt late in the year, and she wound up missing the last couple of games. She missed senior night, and then she missed her season finale.
Would she produce enough normally to put them over? Maybe.
Well, maybe. I mean,
would have been more competitive.
Yeah, I think they might have pulled out a few games, but extra games. But I mean, that 0-6 start was.
That's it. That's hard to get back from.
Well, it was, but those were all non-district teams.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, I think they were 5-1 at one point in the Piedmont district, and then the upper division team, the upper echelon district teams, they finally ran into them because they were swept by Martinsville.
Okay.
And they were swept by Patrick County. And then they split with Magna Vista. So you figure that's 5 of those 9 losses. during that 500 stretch were
Kind of tough.
were there.
Kind of tough. Okay.
Well, actually, they lost to Martinsville 3 times because Martinsville was no, I take that back. They lost to Patrick County 3 times.
Okay.
Patrick County was the team that knocked them into the losers into the consolation game of the district tournament, and then they lost to Martinsville there.
Yeah.
So they finished their season with a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah. Everybody loses at least one. Almost everybody loses at least one at the end. Only teams win.
And you were asking about Thomasdale. They beat Cosby to get to this game tonight. It was,
Okay.
Uh,
How good was Cosby?
73 to 67 in overtime.
Oh, okay. Well,
Now, Franklin County beat Cosby. That's the 6A club they got to play this year.
Okay. And so were
Of course,
were
what
they
was
really
odd-
good? Are they okay good?
Well, we're
or-
going. I thought they were pretty good last year, but they were in kind of this. I think they had a little bit better record last year, but I don't think it was. It might have been right at 500 when they came here last year. I'm not.
Well, this should be
I'm
good.
getting old. I'm suffering from old age here. I don't remember things like I used to.
Oh, okay, I understand. That happens to all of us, except me. No, me especially. So it looks like a pretty good game tonight. Then.
I think it will be. I mean, this time of year, you never know You never know who might be wearing the proverbial Cinderella's glass slipper.
Okay.
But Franklin County plays well at home. They rode a long, successful home streak last year into the state tournament, but they were also defeated in this round of the regionals last year.
Okay.
But they had already had their state berth locked up because.
Yeah, how does that work?
Last year the dynamics of the tournament were different because you only had a north and south region in your classifications.
Okay.
And so to have an 18 state tournament, you took 4 out of each.
Mm-hmm.
So if you won your quarterfinal and got to the semi, you were guaranteed a state quarterfinal. And then your quarterfinal, your semifinals, and your finals and your consolation game in your regional tournament was basically all you were playing for was state seeding.
Okay.
This year they're back to the 4-region alignment, which fans around here will be more related to in the fact that only your 2 semifinal winners are guaranteed advancement into the state tournament.
Oh, okay. So we need to win. We need to win tonight. Come on, let's go. It's about halftime here.
Yeah.
Should be taking a little break here. And I would like to ask you about what you think the girls' chances are next year, since they're using a lot of freshmen this year, how they're going, and then maybe look at the Hokies, because they're winding down. They've got 4 games left in the regular season, and they're playing some tough teams, though.
Yeah.
Most of these teams are ranked, I think.
Yeah, I think what they have Clemson tonight.
Yep.
They Duke's on the horizon. Louisville is Miami. Do they have Miami again?
Yep. They could use a good one against them because that didn't look too good in the last one. So we take a little break and we'll be right back on Midweek Sports Report on WYTI.
Davis Heating and Air Conditioning.
Yeah, no, I stopped it.